So this is what my natural hair looks like. It's a medium goldenish brown. It's pretty curly naturally. And these are the last few pictures I took before I started dyeing my hair. So January 2012, when I was 17, I had never ever dyed my hair. In April 2012, I had a friend from school come over and bleach my hair, but she didn't really do much of it, and it was kind of just the ends. I dyed over it with purple anyway because I wanted a sort of dip dye effect, and it did look better with the purple. Who bleached my hair did actually do hairdressing at college, but the first time I'd ever properly bleached it myself was probably in July 2012. I went quite high up with it and I put quite a lot of bleach on it, but because my hair was virgin hair, it took to the bleach really quickly and it went a really light whitish blonde. I bleached it a few times between July and November, and I'd like to leave it like a really ashy blonde. I started using silver shampoo on it and I was gradually getting higher and higher. I knew at this point I wanted to dye all of my hair blonde and I wanted to achieve this colour all over. In the December though, I decided to dye a mahogany-ish black colour. I think I just got bored with the ombre. From Christmas to New Year, I left it that colour and I'd get a lot of compliments on it. People seemed to think it was my natural hair colour, but it was actually about 3 or 4 shades darker. And obviously my hair was really thick and long at the time. It was growing so healthy. But then I decided I wanted to dip dye it again in the following January, but I didn't realise that if I put a bleach straight on dyed black hair, that it would go this orangey colour. So I bleached it one more time and couldn't achieve what I had before, so I just put a pink over it. Because it was semi-permanent, the pink lifted pretty quickly when I bleached it again, but the ends of my hair were starting to get a bit damaged. I did have a really blunt cut, and I got higher and higher this time again with my dip dye. My hair was thicker than ever at this point, and it was quite healthy. But then I decided to put a fringe in, which I don't know why I did this, but this was like a cycle that I was doing. Every time my hair got a little bit damaged, I'd put a fringe in. And then in April, I started to fully bleach my hair myself. Obviously the hair was black at the top, so it lifted quite a gingery colour. But then after a few days and using silver shampoo, more bleach, it started to lift to a really nice blonde colour. It was yellow in places, but it was pretty white around the roots. Obviously I didn't realise that because that was virgin hair, it would lift quicker than the rest. But I was still suffering from that fringe and I was struggling to grow it out. But then I started experimenting with hair extensions because I'd had it cut quite short. But my hair extensions weren't thick enough for my hair, so I started wearing it in this long bob style, and then I dip dyed the ends with that semi-permanent pink again. And then I bought some more hair extensions and I thought this was a really good look. I used the classic 27/613, just the really basic highlighted blonde, and it did match really well. Just my hair was so thick and badly cut. I started doing this black under fringe Cruella de Vil situation, but then I got bored of it. After about a month I used a colour remover and bleached my roots and then just dragged it over the front of the fringe to get the majority of the black out, and it was still pretty healthy around the front. My fringe could be parted in the middle or pulled back. But then again, after about a month, I just dyed it back dark again, and I put pink and purple in it, but I didn't like it, so I just went in with more black. This time when I tried to remove it, I just used bleach straight on it, and the fringe was starting to get more damaged. This was the first time I was starting to notice damage in my hair, so I got that fringe cut back in again, but I had my hair cut really short and had a lot of layers in it. I'd learned to French braid, and that was how I wore my fringe for most of the time while I was growing it out. And every time I did my roots, my hair was getting lighter and lighter, and eventually it was getting to this really platinum white stage. And then when it was light enough, I put this pink on it just in the winter for about a month or so. I did really like the pink, but I wasted hair extensions because I could never get it out of it again. So then I had this blonde and brown, and I had that over the Christmas, but I was starting to notice my fringe was really struggling to grow out. As you can see, it was really wispy and chunky. So then after Christmas I dyed my hair back brown. However, I didn't like it very much and I got bored, so I bought some blonde hair extensions and tried my best, but as you can see it didn't match all that well. My hair was feeling pretty damaged at this point because I'd bleached it so much, but then the next day I decided to highlight it anyway, and I'd learnt more about argan oil and stuff like that, so it wasn't actually in that bad condition when I'd conditioned it well. But then I decided to use a got-to-be plate straight on it and absolutely fried my hair. And as you can see, I was wearing extensions to fill out the fringe. It was so short and crispy. I didn't even do this with bleach, I did it with a straightening kit. So what I'd imagine is a relaxer that was targeted at people with Caucasian hair. I was wearing black extensions around the front just to fill it out as much as possible, but as you can see, it was just so short, not even 3 inches long, so I put this dark blonde on it. It's more of an ash brown than a blonde, but still my hair was so short and crispy. This is a photo from my friend's birthday, and I didn't realise how bad it was till I saw those horrific nightclub photos the next day. After about a month or so, I dyed it platinum blonde, but as you can imagine, that was all hair extensions, so I decided to cut my fringe again. And then after it had grown a little bit, I got microbead extensions for the first time, but I was only using 20 vol bleach on my hair, and it just wasn't lifting enough. I was having to bleach it twice a month. But after leaving the extensions in for about 2 or 3 months, my hair did grow quite considerably. This was it maybe in the late August, just before I took the extensions out, and my fringe was growing a lot, and my hair and my layers had all grown out. Layers are definitely a term blonde people use when they're trying to disguise that they've got damage and don't really want to admit to it. When I started uni, I wanted something quite cool and edgy, so I was using silver shampoo a lot on my hair. Now this isn't damaging, but it can be very, very drying, so just as bad really. In the October, I'd gotten Foxy Locks extensions, so had my hair back to white blonde. And to begin with, it was okay, but I'd started bleaching my hair more and more to match the really pearly blonde colour of the extensions, and as you can see, the hair was just only long enough to slightly cover the hair extensions. This was at Christmas, and it was just so damaged. Then in January, I got Cheeky Chica hair extensions, and the blonde was a much less harsh blonde. It was still platinum, but it wasn't as demanding as the Foxy Locks, like I didn't need to use so much silver shampoo. But that month I did dye all my hair lilac because I didn't want to bleach it before my holiday, so I wanted to play with fun colours, but as you can see, the front of my hair was so short. So in the February I started using pink on my hair, but then I got a bit fed up with that and I just put a natural blonde on. I still hadn't bleached my hair since about December at this point, so it was growing through lovely. I was just using a nice and easy hair dye every now and then so it blended well. I could put my hair in half ponytails and have the front of my hair in a quiff, which I hadn't been able to for a while. Started wearing my hair short with hair extensions, and people always thought it was my own hair. That was about the length it was. I was just wearing extensions to thicken it up a bit. So just before my holiday that year, I had bleached my hair for the first time since December, and it had grown quite a lot, but as soon as I put the bleach on, it just felt damaged again. And being in the sun and in the pool and in the sea, it was just damaging my hair quite a lot. Towards the end of my holiday, I realised how crispy my hair was, and when I got home, I did this. And I remember it was the first time I bleached hair extent, really know what I was doing, and I burnt a line straight through, so I was having to wear my hair in this short bob for about a month until I went back to work and earned enough money to buy some new hair. So I bought some blonde extensions this time and just ombre'd them myself. And then I started wearing microbead extensions from Mini House, and I wore these again for about 2 or 3 months throughout the summer, and my hair had grown so much. My fringe was down to my chin. And then I started dyeing it black in September. I just bought the standard ombre hair off AliExpress, the really basic kind, but then I just wanted it black all over, so I bought some more virgin hair bundles, and this is really the start of when I was wearing virgin hair all the time, just a basic 1B, and I really liked it, but then I started bleaching it again. I just bleached it to like a goldenish brown colour, it wasn't too harsh, and then when I felt like my hair could take that, I bought some Lush Hair extensions in a 6/613, which was like a medium highlighted brown, but I was really struggling to match this colour, as you can see, but my hair was so long, my fringe was just perfect, but then I decided to cut it, and I don't know why, because my hair didn't feel damaged or anything. I think I was just struggling to match the colour, so I dyed it a sort of brownish red colour. I had absolutely no impulse to do this, it was just that I saw the hair dyes on offer in Home Bargains and I just did it, but I regretted it straight away because I could never get the colour out of my Lush Hair extensions, and I love them so much and I would actually love to wear them again, so I'll probably buy some in the near future. I did like this colour, but then I decided that I wanted my hair silver, so I stripped my hair on Boxing Day and then proceeded to bleach it so I could get it silver. And then I was fed up of having to keep leaving the shampoo on, so I just had it a neutral blonde for a while. And then I realised my hair was getting pretty damaged, so I bought some taping extensions, because I find when I wear permanent extensions, I don't mess with the colour too much, so I had it this ombre colour. I really like the taping extensions that I bought from AliExpress too, they dyed really well. But after a while I just dyed it that browny red colour again from the Lush extensions, and then I decided I wanted to go bright red. And I really struggled to get my hair red in the beginning, and this is what my hair was looking like at this point, so it wasn't too short, but then I cut that stupid fringe in again and regretted it straight away. And I'm still actually paying for this fringe now because I'm really struggling to grow it out. As you can see, I really struggled to get my hair bright red, but it was getting there. This was what it looked like after a few bleaches, but I remember that it was really damaged at this time. Had broken parts in the back, and yeah, I'm still suffering from them now. But my fringe had grown out considerably at this point, but I'd still had to keep it trimmed. I was able to pull it back into a quiff, but then I dyed my hair purple and it wasn't as bright in the beginning, so I had to bleach it to get it brighter. The purple was actually a nightmare to keep up with. From where my hair was damaged, it was going blue. And I remember this day I'd cut my fringe in, but I absolutely hated it, so I was trying my best to push it from the side, but it just wasn't a good look. I had it like this for maybe 2 weeks. I really didn't like it all that much. Just before my holiday this year, I had Mini House Keratin Bond hair extensions in, and I dyed it brown. I loved them on my holiday, but they got so damaged in the pool and in the sea that when I came back I just put basic clip-in hair extensions in it. So at the moment it's just a soft golden brown, and I'm just hoping that I can grow it to how I grew it last summer when I came back off holiday. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's been an insight to how my hair got so damaged in the beginning and now I'm growing damage out again.